I'm going to go over our Canvas page and syllabus, so stay tuned. But before kicking it off, before kicking off our adventure here, we have our random fact of the week. And it's this one, that lemons float in water, but limes sink. Who knew? In fact, sometimes I had pondered the difference between lemons and limes, but here's a good one about buoyancy, a buoyancy fact. So, what I want us to do right now is go to our Canvas page. You should have access to it. We are this one. I'm going to publish this one just for now, just so you can see it. All right, so the very first thing you'll see, obviously, the welcome letter. Please check that out with info about our class, communication plan, which is how I will communicate with you. But we'll go back to that in a moment. So first, I want you to open this one. This is our syllabus. So open this document and let's check that one out. So here is our page. My favorite animal is the panda, which is why our friend is welcoming us here. Here's my email address. Please never hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help. Here's my office hours. If you do want to stop by, please let me know so that I can expect you. Additionally, if you want to set up a Zoom meeting, please let me know. Here's our course description, and please check that out, and objectives and learning outcomes, which is the blueprint for our class, right? So please check these out, the goals for our class. So here's my intro that I wrote for us. Welcome to English 101. I'm so happy to have you join our very own learning community of readers and writers. At its core, the thematic premise that undergirds our course is an attention to the human experience. As this is a composition class, the curriculum is scaffolded to link the action of writing as a social enterprise that constitutes an integral part of what we do as people. Moreover, we'll explore varied aspects that contribute to the human experience. This will include things such as culture, language, politics, and relevantly, our relationship with science and technology. We'll consider how the work of writing and, more broadly speaking, composition impel these things forward. Our adventure awaits us. So, first bit of good news is that you don't have to buy a book. Instead, we have this free resource, and this is the link for it. So I want to show you what that looks like. Now, I will, of course, do my best to really cover everything necessary. But what is cool about this OER is that if there are still some questions that you have, like for example about organizing or something like that, there is this free resource that you want to revisit if you would like. It's like the nuts and bolts for our class for English 101. So this is here to help. We can go ahead and get out of this one. All right, let's return. So the rest of the text will be downloadable through Canvas. Next thing too, there is an extra credit opportunity if you're interested in doing it. It's called Atomic Habits. It's a book that if you'd like to do this extra credit, then Atomic Habits. Go ahead and get yourself this one. This is what it looks like. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, what you'll have to do if you're interested in this extra credit opportunity, it's 60 points extra credit. This is going to be due on our very, very, very last day, which is the 9th of June, if you're interested. But I would pick up the book, start reading it, and essentially, let me tell you what it's about if you are interested in it. Oh, you know this trick? Let's see, extra credit. There we go. So essentially, you're going to write an essay of at least 3 pages, double-spaced, and you're going to, hold on, there we go. You're going to say, basically, what did you learn about habits and habit formation, which is what the book's about, and you're also going to decide on a new habit that you want to adopt or one you want to get rid of. Like maybe you want to adopt drinking more water, or maybe you want to get rid of going to sleep too late, especially now that the semester is starting, right? So, how would you use what you learned about habits formations from the book to achieve that goal? And then that's it. So 3 pages at least, double space. If you'd like to do this, 60 points, of course, an MLA, which we'll talk about, and a works cited page you'll need, which we'll also talk about in this class. So, in a nutshell, my friends, in a nutshell, you don't have to buy a book. Only buy a book if you want to do the extra credit, which is this book, Atomic Habits. Next thing, too, as a student, I recommend these things having highlighters. Obviously, it's an online class, so you should have access to the internet, right? And your Canvas account. If you have any issues with the Canvas, reach out to our tech support. They're here to help. The reason I say highlighters is because I want you to be an active reader. Mark up your text, annotate, write notes on the margins, and whether you print out your things physically or you use a tablet and use a stylus, you need the materials to be a good student, right? Next thing, excuse me, is about our online space, net etiquette. And the key mantra for us is remember the human. So there's a live human behind that name that you're seeing. It's not just a disembodied avatar, but it's a live person, right? Remember the human. So it's okay if you disagree, when you're speaking with your classmates, but don't attack directly, right? You can take contention with something, perspective, which is part of living in a society, but no hate speech, racial slurs, none of that will be allowed. So remember the human. Additionally, too, student to teacher, when you're addressing me, be respectful, as well as go for your other teachers. Run a spell check when you type an email. So next thing, too, I will publish modules every Sunday, and in the module will be all our work for the week, whether all the assignments, the lessons, the everything. Also, too, if you just make sure you have notifications set on for every time you get an announcement. So sometimes I'll communicate through there. Also, you can set a Zoom with me, or you want to speak with me in person, just let me know. We can set that up, or send me through the Citrus email or inbox. I'll do my best to answer within 24 hours. So just I'm always here to help. Of course, if it's over the weekend, please allow at least until Monday for a response. So, reading, sometimes there'll be little sporadic quizzes to keep you on your toes. Just do the readings, you'll be fine. It's low stakes, so not a lot of points, but just do it. And basically, we'll have everything from like discussion boards and quizzes and workshops and write-ups and lots of different things in our class. Basically, just do the module for the week and you'll be good. You can't make up things that happen in real time, so can't make up a discussion board or like replying to a classmate. Can't make up either something like a workshop, because that happens in real time, right? A peer review workshop, which we'll do for each of our essays. So obviously you want to keep the conversation going, so you're also going to reply to a classmate in your discussion boards, and at least a hearty paragraph, and you want to impel the conversation forward, not just like, yeah, that's cool, I agree. Like is there an aspect about it that you wish to carry forward, just like we do with conversation all the time. There's a little info on current event write-ups. I'll revisit this when we have our first one, but if you'd like to get a preview, you can check it out. We talked about our extra credit. We have a chat room, friends. That one is a chance for, you can type in if you have a question before reaching out to me. You can try the chat room. So for participation, your contribution is important. In fact, you're an important member of our learning community. So do the work, be engaged, and as far as attendance goes, as this is an asynchronous online class, if you're logging in and doing the work, then you're attending. One thing to note is that I will drop students who don't do anything on the first week and don't reach out to me. Consider that a no-show. These are the dates to drop. If you want to drop with a W by Sunday, March the 2nd, last date to drop it completely is April the 28th. Usually things will be due by 11:59 p.m. on whatever day it's given. Whatever the assignment uh, deadline is, will be 11:59 p.m. And submit it on Canvas. Obviously, it's an online class. Make sure to convert it into one of these formats: Doc, DocX, or PDF. If you're using Google Docs, make sure to convert it first. It's your responsibility to make sure that the file has gone through. So, for late work, it's important that you get things done on time, but I also understand that stuff happens in life. So, because of that, you have a late essay pass, which lets you submit up to 2 days after the deadline for any of the first 3 essays. It doesn't count for the last one, the research paper, because that's due at the end. A late homework pass, you can use it. That's due 1 day after its deadline. That's everything except for things that happen in real time. So no discussion boards and no workshops. So beyond that, the essays will be 10% deduction for each day late. So make sure, just remember you have this pass. Sometimes life happens. So just let me know when you want to use it. Please let me know at least 24 hours beforehand, and you can just send me as attachment. Next thing is revisions. You can revise your first 3 essays, not the last one, but make sure to work with our embedded tutor. We have an embedded tutor, friends. So for that one, you have a week after you get it graded to send me as attachment. Okay, academic honesty. Here's a big one. So for this one, for plagiarism, is when you use work that is not your own without crediting, without citing properly. Citation practices are a big part of our class here on 101. So even goes like you can't use work that you've already written for another class or another semester. If you need to get proper attributions if you're quoting from, another source or even paraphrasing. Just make sure to always get proper attributions. The other thing you should know is that everything you submit on Canvas will automatically go through a Turnitin and filter. You don't have to make an account. It's just going to be automatically there, and it's going to look for, instances of plagiarism or AI generated content. So it should go without saying that don't have AI write your assignment, because that's considered cheating, right? And having said that, if that's the case, that's a 0 on the assignment, and even can be reported to the Office of Student Affairs. So just do your work, just do your assignment. If you have any questions about that, please, you can speak to me or our embedded tutor, who happens to be Andrew. If you're watching this, Andrew, hello. Glad we're working together again. Please take advantage of his help. Honestly, his help's invaluable. Our writing center is in ED 113, as it's a writing class. Visit it. They also have, you can also do things through like Zoom, and so check them out. If you need to speak to someone, our student health center is in our student service building, and that's SS 147. If you need any DSPS accommodations, make sure that you get those taken care of ASAP. The other thing too is, by law, I'm a mandated reporter, so if there's any suspicion of things like, child abuse or neglect or suicide or threats of violence, I have to disclose that. Okay, same thing. Citrus College is a safe space, so things like sexual misconduct is something that we are protected against, right? So once again, if there's any signs of that, as I'm a mandated reporter, right? So by law, as a college instructor. Basic needs, if you ever go through something like food insecurity or something like that, housing insecurity, reach out to our basic needs coordinator. This is their email address. Next thing, it's an online class. Of course, you're probably going to have some tech issues. You can reach out to them. This is our tech service. They're super helpful. So here's an idea of the points, just to see potentially what the points could look like in our class. Of course, some things are subject to change, but just to get an idea of some of the work that we'll do in our class. So here's the Dogi. He's happy we got over the policies. So basically, every week I have here in the calendar some idea of the work. Like for example, now we're starting on a Wednesday our semester, so I'll give you a week, so you'll have until the 26th in this case. Usually things will be due Sundays, but since this is starting on a Wednesday, you'll have till the 26th. And let's actually take a look at that, what we're going to be doing for that first week. So first thing I want you to do, icebreaker. You want to upload your picture here. Go to account, go to profile, and then click the picture if you haven't done so already. One thing to know, it's important that you do the work for this first week, because if you don't log in any work and you don't reach out to me, then that's considered that as a no-show and I'll drop you. So make sure to do the work for this week. It's very important. And then this icebreaker, tell us who you are, some things you could say, what's your major if you have one, or something you'd like to share about yourself. Just like I shared in my welcome video. My interesting thing was I ride electric unicycle. Okay, remember, please reply to at least one classmate's post to get full credit. After watching this video, please take this little quiz. It's an easy peasy thing. Frequently asked questions, basically. It's a short thing based on our class and our policies, right? Next thing, we have a write-up. You're going to type in at least 1.5 page, double spaced. Tell me about your past writing experiences. If there was good ones, what made them good? If there were bad ones, what made them bad? Where can you improve? Where are you strong? What do you expect college writing to be like? How do you think it'll be different from high school writing? What do you want to take away from this class, and how can I help? Of course, you want it to be an MLA, which we'll talk about, so 1-inch margins, and usually we use Times New Roman or Arial. As you can see, things will be due next Wednesday, which is the 26th. All right, that's what we have for this week's module. Please make sure that you have your notifications on for announcements, and I want to show you something else. I was looking for the chat room, but I'll enable that one. You'll see in a moment. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna have a chat room if you guys can. Sorry guys if I look a little tired. I've been working all day preparing for the semester, but yeah, I'm going to enable that one. Here's another thing too. Here's the link for Writing Center and our team building activity. This is like an ongoing space where you can share something. So like your pet cat, pet iguana, maybe a picture of a hike that you just completed, right? I'll share a picture of my favorite cat. It is this one, the British short hair. Oh, well, these look cute. Okay. So you get the image, you can just go to reply, and it's as simple as dragging it in, to be honest. I don't think this format, oh yeah, this format worked. Oh good. So just drag it in, and then I could say, I could put meow, look how cute. Okay, you could say, give me a name. Or you could say like, I'm your class cat. I'm your class cats. Your class cats. Give me names. Perfect. Perfect. Do you guys know you can make this little cat figure with the keyboard? Boom, boom. The nose, the eyes, and boom. So this is ongoing. It's not for points. It's just if you want to share something, something appropriate, of course. Picture of your pet, picture of most recent hike, whatever. That's it. You can always check your grades here. If you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, welcome. Catch you all next time.